Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
But Roundtree is no one's stepping stone, and if the Hanyak needs any proof, he just needs to look at the Las Vegans' own furious finishes of Paul Craig, Gokhan Saki, and Carl Robertson. Coming up next, Dustin the Hanyak Jacoby squares off against Khalil Roundtree Jr.
Well, Khalil Roundtree usually spends the majority of his time in New York City, then returns to Las Vegas for his training, but this time he spent a lot more time here in the desert. In fact, he did a pre-camp, 5 weeks here in Las Vegas before going back to New York for only 1 week. Then he came back for a full 8 weeks of training camp where he said he truly leveled up. He weighed in 214 pounds on Wednesday this week, which is where he would normally be after 2 sauna sessions on Thursday. Physically, he feels better prepared than ever. And as always, the biggest challenge for Khalil will be battling the mental fear of putting his hard work to the test and believing in his abilities.
I'm fully committed to fighting, which seems weird that he wouldn't have been before, but it was that mindset that he battled on back and forth. And like you said, all fighters deal with it. He has the courage to admit it.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference is, you know, when you discuss and you actually put it out on the table what you're feeling, a lot of times you get it out.
Battling the mental fear of putting his hard work to the test and believing in his abilities.
I'm fully committed to fighting, which seems weird that he wouldn't have been before, but it was that mindset that he battled.
Well, he has shown perhaps the best form of his 17-fight UFC career in 2022. We'll see how he follows it up. And running down that train for well over 10 years now is the 34-year-old out of Colorado, Dustin Jacoby. He had a UFC stint long time ago when he was in his early 20s. It didn't go his way, but he was a young fighter back then. And a lot of fighters would get into the UFC and out of the UFC and quit. Instead, he chased the Glory Kickboxing Championship, actually competed for a kickboxing title before his re-entry into the UFC in 2020 off a Dana White's Contender Series. And as he's shown, the
veteran experience and what it can do for you, Bisping, coupled with a really strong mindset to get himself into the top 15.
I'm telling you, this man, Dustin Jacoby, is one to watch. Currently unbeaten in 7 fights. Seems like a completely new fighter from his first run in the UFC. Obviously, the kickboxing, that's always a thing you got to watch for this guy. Massive, massive power. Last time out against Da Un Jung, one shot, sits him down, puts him out. Before, he didn't need to follow up on the canvas. He knew he was already out. And that's the kind of power that he has. And he's done it to many, many people. Now, regarding his opponent, Khalil, he knows physically he's a very imposing man. And, of course, Khalil was open about his pre-fight anxiety and the nerves and all the rest of it. That the majority of us as fighters do suffer. That said, Dustin Jacoby said he's seen all of this stuff and he believes that Khalil is mentally weak. And he wasn't being disrespectful. He said, what I mean by that is that when Khalil is the bullet, when he can be the hammer, then he's great. But as soon as he has to fight through a bit of diversity, as soon as it fired back his way or he has to be the nail, that is when he folds and he looks for a way out. And that's what he's looking for here. He wants to apply pressure, hurt him with something good, make Khalil wilt, and then look for the finish. Now, of course, Khalil, I mean, listen, I don't necessarily agree with Dustin. Dustin's also...
Mic check, 1 2. Mic check, 1 2.